Good morning. For years, I've always said that my favorite dessert was Italian ricotta cheesecake. So my friend Albert Marchetti is having a birthday party this weekend, and it's my great pleasure to cook for him. I'm making clam zuppa alla Pietro Molinari, but right now I'm going to make an Italian cheesecake, a Sicilian Italian cheesecake. And I've done a bit of research in concert with my associate Gail, and to figure out how we could make a fabulous cake. So first, we're going to begin by putting some avocado oil in these two pans, and then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of brown rice flour in there just to coat the edge of the pan. Just a little tiny crust. There's no crust on this. It's just a cheesecake. But an amazing cheesecake with amazing ingredients. You can cut. Let me get this straight here. We're adding some whipped cream cheese, which is different than the original recipe. And in addition to that, we're adding, so that's 8 ounces of whipped cream cheese. And we're adding 8 ounces of mascarpone cheese. The original recipe just called for ricotta, but in this instance we've decided to doctor it up a little bit to make it a little bit creamier. And I called the chef, Sal, at Patsy's Italian restaurant in New York, Frank Sinatra's favorite restaurant, to get some tips. And he advised me to add the mascarpone and the whipped cream, and so 8 ounces of cream cheese, 8 ounces of mascarpone, and now we're going to do 24 ounces of fresh ricotta cheese. Bit of cinnamon. And then I got, because we live in Florida, I wanted to get some wild honey. So I did indeed get wildflower raw honey with cone, Florida, and we're just going to use about a half a cup. So actually there's not much coming out of here because it's got the comb in there. I'm not using sugar because I figured that honey was better for you than sugar, and that's why I'm just using this wild honey. I'm going to get a little more in here. Well, good. I'm going to mix this all up, and the key, supposedly, to the lightness of the cake is adding the whisk egg whites last. Oh, that's wonderful. I just got some on my newly laundered white shirt. Gail, do you want to take a look at this just to see how it looks to you in terms of texture or taste it?
I'd say so far so good. Have you folded up the egg whites yet?
No.
That's last.
Yeah. That's what you told me. I listen, Gail, sometimes. So that you don't have to get it smoother than that?
No, it's meant to be kind of musty.
Well, because it's all going to blend together anyhow when it cooks.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just take score that salt, vanilla, cinnamon, egg yolks, honey. We didn't put any oil in there, right? Okay. The last thing that we're going to put in here are the whisk egg whites, which makes the cake lighter and fluffier. And when we made the cake for the first time yesterday, it was absolutely delicious, but it was rather dense. And the reason I added these other ingredients like the mascarpone cheese and the whipped cream cheese and the heavy cream, and then the separation of the egg whites was to make it creamier and lighter. Now, I'm not really a baker, but I am trying, and I don't know how you could go wrong with these ingredients. And this bakes in the oven at 300 degrees for an hour and a half. The last thing that we're going to put in here are the whisk egg whites, which makes the cake lighter and fluffier. And when we made the cake for the first time yesterday, it was absolutely delicious, but it was rather dense. And the reason I added these other ingredients like the mascarpone cheese and the whipped cream cheese and the heavy cream, and then the separation of the egg whites was to make it creamier and lighter. Now, I'm not really a baker, but I am trying, and I don't know how you could go wrong with these ingredients. And this bakes in the oven at 300 degrees for an hour and a half. So I'm just going to fold all these egg whites in here beautifully. And Gail, you're absolutely right. The density of the thing increased, of the mixture here increased with the fluffed egg whites. You know, it's taken me a long time to really learn and appreciate the art of cooking. It's like therapeutic for me. And of course, the joy is knowing that you made something yourself and you got all the best ingredients you could. And lo and behold, the proof will be in the pudding. Okay, so there you got it. We've got two beautifully prepared Italian cheesecakes. They are now going to go in the oven at 300 degrees for 1.5 hours. So we just cooked the two Italian cheesecakes at 300 degrees for an hour and a half, and I'm going to take them out of the oven and let them set. But I'm really anxious about tasting these because we experimented with the new ingredients. Look at that golden brown. Absolutely gorgeous. And here's the little one. So we're going to serve this Italian cheesecake with perhaps a little whipped cream and some fresh berries like raspberries or blackberries or blueberries. Which I think will make a very nice compliment. Voila!